Hello, this is Pastor Sidney of the All Faith Liberation Church in Chicago. I haven't put a lot of videos up lately because we've been busy. It's been the end of the season with our gardens, and we've been doing a lot of work there. A lot of our friends and people in the church and friends of the church are all getting together to kind of put everything to bed for the long winter. We've been putting things, canning and pickling and these things to last through the winter. And I hope that everybody else out there can think about that kind of thing, because we are really at the edge of the end of our civilization. The ruling class, years ago, when I and my wife and other people were kind of in an anarchist collective here, we thought of, wouldn't it be interesting if the collapse happened? Like if the collapse happened, we'd all kind of be free of capitalism and all its evil. But really, we never figured out that the ruling class, the billionaire class, were the ones that want to hasten that collapse. So now we're on the verge of the No Kings revolution, if you will, hopefully anyway. Something I want to just tell you from history. There were like 3 revolutions before Nazis took over in Germany. Between 1918, between 1923, there were 3 revolutions. One of them brought down the Kaiser and actually overthrew their king, who had sent them to war. A group of soldiers overthrew the Tsar right across the way in Russia. In fact, there were 18 to 19 revolutions all through Europe at the time, right, of World War I, and overthrew that. The reason the Nazis came and the reason the fascists came is that the people have demonstrated their power. During the Black Lives Movement protests, that we were demonstrating our power. We were saying, to hell with this. Obviously, Mr. Biden was there to kind of calm things down. Whether or not that was the right decision or not is for history to decide. But in reality, we're up against forces that have absolutely no mercy. The Texas Army is in my town, Chicago, stealing people to bring to Texas concentration camps. One influencer, I think Secular Talk, that very nice man, said that we're really looking at the Civil War already being waged on the blue cities by the red states. But beyond all that, there were revolutions in little towns about the Black Lives Matter movement in 2020. We're showing our strength. The crucial thing that we have to do is understand the power is in our hands. It's not in the Democrats' power. It's not in the Republicans' power hands. It's not in Mr. Trump's hands. It's not even in the hands of these really good politicians who've stepped up to try to help us and try to be good people. It's in our hands. And the sooner we understand that, the sooner we understand and talk to each other about a new civilization, a new world that we can all decide. Not as the communists came and took over the workers' movement in Russia, in the Soviet Union, and all through communist countries. It was the people who appointed themselves as the leaders of the workers' revolution, but the workers themselves. In the old days, we didn't have the internet. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have ways to communicate. Now we do. So as we go and show both sides and all sides, left and right, what the people want to do, let's keep in mind that the more powerful we are, that is the reason they're pushing this down with fascism. It's always the formula if you look at it. I may or may not, depending on how folks in the church decide, put out another video about that time period about 100 years ago, because it's very instructive for now. But if you see throughout history, there's always a popular uprising, and then fascism comes, and they give us lies and they give us confusion. Well, let us avoid that. Let us stand together, and let us go out in the streets realizing that we are the people. We, the people, have the ability to create new guardians for our benefit, or perhaps be the guardians themselves, which may not have been possible in 1776, but surely could be now. God bless you.